Hello students, welcome to today's social studies class chapter 4 Oceans and Fishes. In the last class I have told you how is ocean from the outside and from the inside and what are the different kinds of movements in the ocean. So now we are going to learn about the people who are dependent upon these oceans. They are fishermen or the fishing villages. Fishing villages on the coastal plains. Bhavanapadu, a fishing village near coast of Andhra Pradesh. So this is one of the story of Bhavanapadu, which is near the Andhra Pradesh coastal region. So Bhavanapadu is, as I have told you in the previous class, it is very, okay, we can say it is in humid temperature. And there the people they live together because they are dependent upon the ocean for the fishing. They stay near the fishing villages. So there is separate fishing village. So we go now also if you go to Bhavanapadu, we can observe many of the families which are completely dependent upon fishing. The fishes are catch, they are dry for a long period of time. And sometimes these fishes are sold to the other places in the forms of ice freezing and segregate them. Segregate them means just now I told you they keep the fishes in the ice. You can observe here one of the picture which is shown in the beginning how the many fishes they are arranged in a proper way. They are segregated in ice and they are transported to different places. And the people of Bhavanapadu also depend upon the salt pans where they make the salt in a place which is given for them for making salt, and a few lands are also with different crops are grown, agriculture is also formed. So this is a view of Bhavanapadu where they mostly we can say major part of the Bhavanapadu village is mostly dependent upon the sea, which is very near coast to the Andhra Pradesh. So fishing, we are going to know about one of the family in Bhavanapadu, about the family of a fisherman, about his life near in Bhavanapadu near the coastal region. Appalakonda. Appalakonda is one of the fishermen. His daily life is going for fishing, but he doesn't have his own boat. He goes in others' boat, but still he is skilled of catching the fishes. His wife is Dhanamma. Dhanamma and Appalakonda, their daily routine is they wake up early in they wake up early in the morning at 5 a.m. and have some rice gruel to eat. Why do you think they are eating rice gruel instead of idli dosa in the morning? Why do you think they are not able to eat early morning breakfast like what we eat at present? What is rice gruel actually? It is ganji. So the starch which is removed from the rice when it is cooked, it is known as rice gruel. Early morning 5 o'clock they doesn't have time to cook something. So they have this as their breakfast, and they also pack some food for eating on the boat also. So they have to pack their food in early morning 5 o'clock. So their life starts from the early morning 5 o'clock. Appalakonda goes, completes his early morning, his routine works, and then he go and joins the boat. He actually doesn't have his own boat, but he goes with Tata Rao. Who is Tata Rao? I'll talk about him further. Now, Dhanamma, she will also complete her work up to 9 o'clock, household work like cleaning, washing and cooking, everything she will complete up to 9 o'clock, and she will also go for her own work. So here you can see Actually, as I said, Appalakonda doesn't have his own boat, so he go with the Tata Rao. Tata Rao owns a boat. He owns a boat, and he purchased from Markonda in Odisha. So Markonda in Odisha, it is very famous for selling the engine boats. You know the engine boats, the boat which runs with the help of a engine, or we can say without the manual power, it can run with the help of engine using the fuel as diesel. Okay, so here before starting the boat, some important things they have to check. Why it is important to check everything before starting from the boat? Along with Appalakonda, 20 more fishermen, those who are poor like Appalakonda, they also join this boat. And the owner of this boat is Tata Rao. Yes, here you can see some works on Tata Rao's mechanical boat, 20 members on the boat along with Appalakonda and Tata Rao, 20 members together they go in the boat for fishing. So here before launching they check. What they check before launching? If suppose diesel is less or engine is not proper, some things are not there. If they go in between the sea and they doesn't get anything there, because it is not like a road that we can buy anything on the road and we can go on the journey. This journey doesn't provide us any kind of facilities because it is on the sea or ocean, you can say. That is the reason before the boat is launched, it is very important to check all these things. If any one is missing, then definitely they are going to face some problem on the journey. So that is why they have to check all these things. What are the important things? First they have to check the engine. Whether the engine is properly working, is there any faults, any part is repaired, everything is correct in condition. They have to check the engine. Then the rope puller which is needed at the time of stopping the boat anywhere or pulling the boat towards the coast, they need this rope. Different kinds of ropes are used for them for different purpose. So the rope pullers they will first check, and then the additional stock of diesel. For example, they have already poured diesel and at least one more extra bottle of stock of at least 10 to 20 liters extra stock should be there with them, so that in suddenly if anywhere the boat stops due to lack of diesel, they can pour this diesel and come back to their place. Also put their food packings down. Sometimes what happened, after they reach in the middle or some place, suddenly the boat may stop or they may have to stay there for a long period of time or a few hours. Then what will happen? They may not have sufficient food. They cannot find food anywhere there. So they also put their food packages down. Some extra packets also sometimes they have to store to protect their life when it is needed. To survive on the water if it is needed for 1 or 2 hours. Okay, now here before leaving the port, they all are going for such a voyage or journey where their life may be in risk. So that is the reason, pray for the goddess in whom they have a strong faith. So it is a group of 20 people, so they may have different faiths in different gods, but whatever it may be, before going into the sea, before launching the boat, they go for a prayer and pray for their God for a good catch and protection of their lives. Then Tata Rao, what is the life of Tata Rao? Actually Tata Rao is taking 20 members along with him for catch of a fish. Tata Rao owns this boat. He purchased from Markonda in Odisha. As I told you, there the boats are found. What is the cost of this mechanical 6 lakhs. It is a very huge amount, but which he can't afford it. So he borrowed the money from private lender at a high rate of interest. That means if he is taking 6 lakhs, there is a lot of interest which he is going to pay, which may be the double of the cost or maybe at least 50% of the main cost. So he need to allot some amount of his money to pay for the boat. Yes, here because he borrowed the money from the private lender, so he also have to pay the amount of interest to them. Now, couldn't get a bank loan. Actually, if he wants 6 lakhs, then why don't he went for a bank? Because the bank doesn't give loan for people for any fixed property. Only the banks give the loan, but they doesn't give loan for any other boats or such. It is very difficult for him to find for the loan. Now, here get advance from middleman. Before starting the boat from the sea coast, actually for one catch he have to spend 5,000 rupees for only diesel and pay for the 20 workers who are coming along with him for the catch. Get advance from the middleman, interest, invest a minimum of rupees 5,000. So he is taking this from the middleman. So now what the middleman will do, he will take the advantage of giving 5,000 for the diesel and wages for the work, other expenses, other needs also will be there for the net or for other expenses also he need the money. Now he need to sell the catch of the catch to the middleman because he gave 5,000. So the middleman at the rate is fixed by the middleman, he have to sell the catcher fish. Then what is the profit he is going to get? Here he is also in loss. You can see here go up to 15 to 20 kilometers in the sea. Because for every boat there is a limit of going inside for the catch. For the Tata Rao's boat, it has only 15 to 20 kilometers to go into the sea. So here you can observe then what will happen here when the Tata Rao brings a catch. Before that, the middleman he fixes the rate, and this middleman is actually Potaya. So Tata Rao took loan from the middleman, that is Potaya. This Potaya is a very intelligent in his business. What he did is he sell this product of fishing. On that day when this people who observe this place, when they reach, they brought a catch of para. Para is a kind of a fish which was catch at that time by Tata Rao, and that was sold with the cost fixed by the Potaya. And this Potaya, he takes this para product of fish and he transport to different places like Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad and Kerala, and there he sells this kind of a fish for 3 to 4 times double than the cost that he is paying to Tata Rao. So how much profit he is gaining without any hard work. So actually the same thing happened in the case of farmers also. Here the same thing is happening with fishermen also, where we can say the middlemen are earning more profit than the people who are working hard here. So even this Potaya's wife, she is also struggling. She prayed for the God that this Appalakonda doesn't get any kind of accidental issue happens in the sea. So how dangerous situation they are facing in their life. So some of the fishermen, what they do, they take the Karateppa. Karateppa is a kind of a boat which is made up of wood, and you can say it is a local country made boat goes up to 5 kilometers into the sea and brings a small catch of fish. This fish can be taken by the wives of the fishermen known as Verakattalu. So they sell this fish in nearby towns like Takkeli, Pundi and Palasa. So these places they go and sell. Those who have this karrateppas. So compared to the karrateppa, there is far more risk in life in Mare Padava. What is this Mare Padava? Mare Padava is a mechanized boat. So they are also very risky. This even the Karatappa is also sometimes risky, where the person have to fight alone because it goes far into sea and it is difficult to swim over to the shore in times of troubles. In the times of troubles, it is very difficult. Apart from that, there is no fast first aid available in the big boats as it available in the big boats. Nor any life jacket. Fishing is a risky and brave occupation. See how the life of the people is here. So we can observe how the people of Bhavanapadu fishing, they are facing a lot of problems and how they are leading their life with a very can say a brave occupation, but doesn't have any recognition. It is said that fishing need a lot of patience and it is a skilled occupation. Hope the conditions of their lives may change and their prayer may become true and they be happy and healthy in their life. Here you can observe, here are two questions. What makes the middleman in the fish business to earn much more money than the fisherman? So you have to write at least 3 to 4 lines on your own, and for what purpose the thermocol boats shown in the photo. You can see the thermocol boats in the photo lined up in the middleman's adda. So what is the reason that middleman takes this boats which are made with thermocol from the small fishermen's? Write your own answer according to your opinion. See you again in the next class.